There's rules for that, right?
Supposedly.
Yeah, the longer it goes, the higher the fail check gets.
All right. Okay, I think I am more or less ready for everything. Okay, all right. So, let me see here. I'm going to choose. Well, I'm gonna have someone volunteer. Who wants to volunteer? Tell us what happened last time.
Honestly, I was pretty bored, so I wasn't paying as much attention as I could have.
All right.
Well, I can't. I'm not good at. Bjorn wasn't interested in shopping trips.
I do it.
I wasn't interested.
All right, go for it.
I do it.
Go for it.
I don't recall.
That's a good way to start.
What? But went to a magic shop last week, and then we went to the magic shop. I was shown a few magic items, but I got the Ring of Invasion, and it has got some potions. And if y'all want to go ahead and just tell everybody what you did in the magic shop, I'll let you do it. Just let me know. But after the magic shop, we went to an inn to finally take our long rest after the battle of the boat. And we went against those ghosts. But we went to lay down, and in the middle of the night, I heard a howl in the middle of the night.
Oh.
It was.
Oh wait, no. I'm sorry. It wasn't a howl. That was the wrong word. It was.
I did hear howling first, and then Popley heard the scream.
Oh.
Yes, I was very confused because he's like,
I woke up Popley. Popley told Popley there's something wrong with this. It's strange. And then that's when we heard the screams, shouts of agony into the street. And that's when Bug knew that this was a werewolf attack. Don't ask him how, but it made sense with werewolves at that time. Popley jumped out the window. I woke up Melody, and I jump out the window, following Popley. Melody did something, and everybody started coming. But Owen had to walk out the door because he's too big to go through the window. Bear was too big to go through the window. But Popley was ahead of us, and he got cornered. He met and realized what he was going to. He became their next snack. But Bug came for the rescue. He came in there with his guns, claws blazing, and saved Popley, putting himself in danger. Popley very violently summoned his power to help the fight, and he survived. In there with some gardening and healing and running and get away. He survived, and the gang came. And Melody did something awesome while my back was turned, and a whole lot of flames came and burned up the werewolves that was attacking us. And I saw my life flash through my eyes. Well, I said she can go ahead and burn all of us, me included. I did not know the danger that she can do, the damage that she can do. It was terrible. I was seeing my life. Melody don't know, but I saw these flames and these werewolves burning up and all like that. I was like, that could have been me. And I would have been down. And I would have been dying. But she did not do that. She saved the day. And honestly, she If it was for her, we would not have made it. Me and Populi were surrounded. Um, Long story short, we had her on the ropes and Wanda ran away down to the roof and started to run. Bjorn, he came and jumped and followed and captured. Well, he tried to catch it, but I shot his leg and he fell down. And then Bjorn got him. And now we have a captive werewolf.
All right. That's about right.
And there we go.
There we go. Okay. Yeah, you all managed to go ahead, rescue Populi while he's in danger. One of the werewolves did try to escape, but with some clever maneuvering, you managed to catch him. Bjorn dragged him back. Now you have him propped against the wall, tied up. He is in a human form at this point. With both his kneecaps gone. Because why not? And yeah, you have him here to interrogate. At this point, Carlson is running to get the town officials to assist further, but it seems like you might have some time to interrogate him on your own. So, what are you gonna do?
I start growling.
He's gonna
No.
just
Intimidation. Like, first time 11.
Intimidation is the word.
I haven't used this skill yet. So basically, you're gonna be like, so start cracking his knuckles.
I'm gonna cast Detect Thoughts.
Okay.
Oh, well, that wasn't a very good roll.
Yeah, he just kind of looks at you. He's not a wolf anymore, by the way. It's, again, this is a side note. He just kind of looks at you, looks you up and down, Bjorn. Just kind of scoffs.
He would have horribly lost to me in a one-on-one fight. So.
Oh yeah, we would have.
If you had if you would have gotten one good whack on him, intimidation probably would have gone off better.
Oh, probably.
Melody, as you kind of detect the surface thoughts of this individual, it's strange. It's like all you see, it's more like you're seeing like a visual than actually like actual verbal thoughts. Like you see red, you see violence, you see just the want for destruction and just death.
Wow.
Oh, well.
A little angry there, buddy. What's going on?
As you kind of talk to him as well, he'll turn to you. He'll start snarling at all of you. As you see,
As a human.
yes,
Okay.
as a human,
Perfect.
you see like a bit of like I guess foam kind of come up to the side of his mouth, kind of just slide down his chin, just kind of like drip down.
Melody will
Okay,
step back.
Bug is gonna back up.
Yeah, careful.
Babies!
Rabies.
Baby! The death of me. Keep him away.
While they're interrogating him, can I go look at the other the werewolf bodies?
You may, and most of them seem to be in like a process of changing from what was a kind of wolf hybrid form to more human-like form.
Is there any telling marks or
Are we
tattoos on them?
Make me investigation.
Begins with an I. There it is. Oh,
You don't see
Wow.
anything that stands out to you.
I did pretty much get a concussion.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're kind of distracted. You were nearly torn to bits, so you're kind of distracted from other things.
Probably not feeling super hot right now.
Yeah.
How long is it gonna take for the guard to get over here?
Yeah. Probably a few minutes.
So it's gonna take him a few minutes. But yeah, he's snarling. He seems like almost trying to snap at you. For those that are closer. But as he does, you kind of hear a almost like a throaty sort of low, almost sounds like grumbling, but you can tell he's continued to do this. Who knows? Infernal.
Oh yes, I do.
You
Infernal?
do
But
not.
That was never an option. You mean Abyssal?
No, Infernal.
know infernal.
Okay.
I know it.
That was never an option to learn.
Do it.
Okay. So, Bug, for what you hear, you hear him repeating almost like a chant, and it's something along the lines of Dark One, guide me, Dark One, protect me in this time of need. Dark One, should I pass, please guide my soul to the never ever. And Dark One has a strange meaning to it. It's almost familiar to you.
History check.
Yes, please.
Find out why it's familiar. Okay.
Either
here we go.
history or religion. Okay.
The same for me. 9.
With a 9, I would say you definitely have heard it before. It's like on the tip of your tongue, but it's
Can I
It's-
lose my bargain inspiration?
it's already gone, buddy. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Ah.
Huh.
but you can't quite
All right.
place it.
Guys, he's speaking in Infernal, saying Dark One guide me, ever ever, and other things on Majobo related to the Dark One and never ever. Doug says this.
That's
Um,
well, I am
I
detecting.
recite what he says.
I'm detecting a lot of anger and violence in his mind.
Huh.
is it like his mind? Like, is he in a trance? Like, should we be worried he's gonna transform again?
Well,
Random?
I hesitate to want to dive deeper because if I'm detecting this much like rage and violence and death in just his surface thoughts, no thanks. I don't want to go in there.
Doesn't seem to have much else going on in there.
Maybe I should push.
Well, I could find out, push deeper, but that might be a bad idea.
I'm gonna throw some bone dust on his face and see what happens.
What?
Wait, you're throwing what?
That's random.
Bone dust.
Oh my god.
Okay.
That's
Pick him
hilarious.
up a little bit.
Do it.
I feel like it might make him sneeze.
Okay.
Pick up, snap out of it.
Hold on, I have to.
slap some bone that's on his face.
You got that from the skeletons over
pirates,
on
yeah.
pirate skeletons, right? Okay,
Yeah.
hold on. Let me check something real quick.
Right.
I mean, would that even count?
Back to us.
Would that even count though?
Back. Up.
It's not like skeletons themselves were magical.
About it.
No, but I'm thinking of the way they were made.
There was a smell of flowers up in there. It smelled like flowers. I want to find
That's-
that flowers.
There's that too.
Strange flower smell and tar.
I'm gonna say no, not in this case. Okay. As you kind of throw the bone dust at him, he kind of seems like distracted for a second, like what the fuck. But then it just kind of goes back to his rather rabid sort of how to say. He goes back to being rabid. There we go.
Did I catch
We
anything in
almost
this
got him,
box?
guys.
Does anybody know if this is the way like werewolves really act?
What was your question, Melody?
1 second, sorry. Sorry, I shoved a chip in my face. When he had that one moment of like, what the fuck? Did I catch anything else in his thoughts, or just that, and then straight back to?
How to explain it? You know how sometimes you're like, I was thinking of something like so much really quickly, and then you just have that moment where you're just like, you're not thinking of anything, and you're just clear of thoughts, like you're snapped out of it.
Okay.
So anyway, nobody answered my question of does anybody know that if this is how werewolves normally act?
So the Darkened Isle and its denizens remain an enigma.
Yeah, I've never met one.
Don't act like Faye, that's for sure.
I've never met one, so I don't know.
So yeah,
quite
I would say
rabid.
bug.
I'm just gonna say is this, but Faye don't act like this. I don't know what his problem is.
You're a hybrid.
I might keep coming.
Yes, and Faye is a werewolf. Faye and Verturio, one is a vampire and the other is a werewolf. Yeah, Faye don't act like this. I don't know.
Oh, that's true. We have.
Might be, I don't know, a different type of werewolf, but I don't know.
Don't mind me. Continue.
I feel like Bjorn wouldn't know anything about werewolf lore.
There's only one family so far I know that is about werewolves.
Poppy, what's your passive perception?
And I don't think he's a.
I don't like this. I don't like this. 13.
Anybody have higher than 13 passive?
I think somebody has 15.
Yeah, Canton. Not
I have
Canton,
no.
Carlson did.
So I can find it. Where? Yeah, it's 15.
Carlson,
Okay.
Lutho. You know something, as Bug is kind of like talking about this, while the werewolf is kind of still snarling and still, being what they be, you do notice as Bug is kind of saying Fae and vampire and werewolf and talking about Fae and them, you see his eyes kind of track over to Bug every now and again.
Okay.
Well,
Lutho, recall anything odd about Bug other than his obsession with cloaks?
Melody, you're still detecting thoughts?
Yes.
You hear one word, princess.
What?
Yeah,
Interesting.
I kind of already knew that, but
Well, you don't know that I just heard that.
I had a feeling. But
Okay. So Bug's talking,
Uh-huh.
and I'm detecting thoughts. Yeah, if that.
Because you notice as soon as he starts talking about that sort of thing,
Yeah.
and the you wouldn't see the werewolf kind of look over or anything. That's something
No.
Luther will catch. But you notice as he's talking about Faye and her partner and everything, you do catch that thought of princess.
Okay. You're like, oh, I got something. He just thought of princess? I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
that
pat-
makes so much
pat,
sense now.
pat Bug on the back. It's princess.
Well, I can assure you, I'm not a princess.
I guess I'll be like, he's a Bug. It feels like he keeps on like looking at you about this. Like, do you know this person, or are you familiar with
Wait.
a princess? Do you Bug?
What?
Bug? Did you elope? Did you run away from a marriage to a princess?
And Bug would slap you, put his hand on your shoulder and say, "Man, I tried. I really did try, but they was not into it."
Fortunate. But so it's like
he was in on too.
he's getting a bit paranoid. Like I'll just admit, he's getting like really just paranoid. That's the only way I guess. Like, shady eyes. Like, he's real paranoid about Bug. Should we ask Bug to leave the room, or like come back and I don't know?
He said he was thinking princess when you were talking about Faye and Victoria.
But why was he looking at Bug?
Wait. Faye's
You look at
werewolf,
me.
isn't she?
I said it.
Werewolves are
Hey,
I don't know. I might be wrong about the lore. Oh yeah, it's lycanthropy. Liberal werewolves are
Lycanthropy.
lycanthropy.
Like a lycanthrope.
Lycanthrope.
Let's see how much you know, Lutho. Roll me history.
This is what I was hoping for when I was asking questions earlier.
Oh, look at this sweet check. Oh, a crit.
Wow.
Well, doesn't do
wow.
much,
Nice.
but I'm not the smartest man. It's in my backstory.
Okay. So, few things you would know, Lutho. So you know, while vampires take on the more of this sort of hierarchy of who has the most power, and kind of they go through like one family stronger than the other, so on and so forth. Werewolves, or those with lycanthropy, almost have like a class-like system, where they go through like the lower class, the middle class, and then there's like prince and princesses. There's like kings and queens. Though they have monarchs and everything. That's sort of their basis of system to determine who rules over the werewolves specifically, and usually it's one family that is aligned with those that are the kings and queens and prince and princesses. And this family usually has hold over the general populace of werewolves till their duration of living. So werewolves usually see a much longer period of time when they're ruled under one, while vampires, it usually changes quite often.
Okay. So the one generation of werewolf will probably be more loyal to whoever's ruling.
Right.
Okay. I will convey. I guess how do you explain something like that? I will say, well, if saying that sparks I think I slightly remember reading before I left. The hierarchy. They have a hierarchy system. Just here's a royal family. That's who they follow. Vampires typically being the ones in charge. Because vampires are so long-lived, this werewolf might have only known or experienced deep loyalty to a perhaps princess or one family. So if he's left I wonder if he's left the Isles. Is he looking for a princess? There's no reason they don't. Werewolves, I guess, would have no reason to leave unless told to do so. Is he?
They are.
Is he looking for a princess?
Are you saying this?
Yes. This
You
is
say
me.
that out
These are my
loud.
thoughts, basically.
Yeah, Bug is saying, yes, I think he is. I
Why
first
don't we
met
ask
them
him? He's right
in those
here.
dark
Hey,
woods.
are you looking for a princess?
Tora and Faye are hiding right now from somebody, and it
in
might be
hiding?
their families. And hiding.
They are hiding, you said?
Oh, yes, they are hiding. You
Oh.
want me to keep it quiet?
Well, yeah.
you
We
probably
didn't know that.
if they wanted you to keep it quiet. Probably shouldn't have said that.
Then I guess we can't let this guy go.
He knows too much.
Oh, yeah, you're gonna have
Well,
to
hold
die.
on. No. Is he looking for the family against them or for them? Bug, do you know something about the princess specifically?
Can I catch any?
How about we ask these questions later?
Let me tell you this: Victoria is a vampire. Faye is a werewolf. They do not supposed to be together. They run away.
Melody,
Oh.
Melody, to answer your question, oh shit, I lost it. Sorry, repeat your question once more.
Oh, I had asked him, well, are you looking for a princess?
So as
and then I was just wondering if I caught any service thoughts while we're talking about this.
right. So again, it's kind of jumbled. Obviously, this person understands a different language, so it's hard to kind of understand. But from what you do pick up, there is a nervousness there. There is a sort of hesitation there.
Okay. But no, anger or hate around that word, princess.
No.
Oh, fair. Okay. Yeah. I'm not sure, actually, that this guy wants to harm the princess, but since we can't really talk to him, hard to determine. Just make sure none of us mention where they are in his presence.
Indeed. Like he's got a choice. Bug look him in the eye, say, I'm gonna kill you.
Oh no.
Well, I don't know. This guy and his buddies just tore apart somebody. I don't think he's gonna. I don't think the city's
not gonna be going free.
Survive. No, he's probably gonna get executed.
We'll just turn him into the city then.
Yes. Well, I would object to anything other than that.
They're probably if they have any bad prevalent problems with them, I imagine they're coming with a silver bullet to put it in his head as soon as they get here.
If that be justice, that be me.
Um,
Can we search the bodies? Is there anything that we can find?
Yes. Funny enough. Anybody else searching the bodies?
no, because I can't search for nothing.
See somebody else.
Yeah.
Someone better.
That's something I would do as well. Me and Bug will search both our bodies.
Okay, either you could do investigation separately or give advantage to one or the other.
Oh, I could. What?
Oh.
Like aid? Did you say separate or aid?
Separate, or you can aid someone.
I'll aid Bug.
Please, do you have better intelligence?
Do you see my history check?
I'm about as smart as Luke.
Do you want to look at that? Do you want to look at that modifier there for a second?
All right. I do it. I'm not good.
To be honest, man, I feel like this aspect of questioning whatever is totally your bag. I'll be happy to assist.
All right, I do it. Hey, I got nothing.
Okay, 9. All right, that's fine. This is exactly what you find. That's okay. Okay, you find a few things. So first and foremost, you find money. You do find some coin on them. You find coin totaling 3 gold and 20 silver.
I would hate to know where they found that on a werewolf body.
They had clothes.
They had clothes on.
Oh, did they?
They did.
I was just imagining.
Yeah.
I was imagining the cliche Hulk out, rip all clothes off.
No.
As we already know from She-Hulk, spandex.
Also true.
Bruce has confirmed spandex.
Spandex is your friend.
You also find 2 other things, Bug. You find 2 scrolls of paper. I'm gonna let you choose if you want to look at them on your own or you're gonna share it.
Oh my. Gave me advantage. That's the one. No, come over here.
Let's peek.
Okay. On one scroll, you do find a notice, and this isn't common. You see a picture of Faye, and on it, you find searching for the lost princess. If found, will receive 100,000 gold reward.
That's I want to do Devil's Sight, just detect magic on the scroll.
There's no magic on either scroll.
Okay.
So you see the other scroll. The other scroll. And I would say with the history check from before, Lutho, I'm gonna give this one to you. You do notice that the first scroll is an official scroll. The second scroll, it looks like official. The second scroll looks a little less official, but it's still nice nonetheless. Second scroll says, in search for the kidnapper, Victoria. Looking for a rogue vampire princess, wanted dead or alive. You see alive actually X'd out on the scroll.
Okay.
50,000 gold reward for capture.
Huh.
Well, to be fair, she's a vampire, so she was never alive.
Is that right?
What? Jeez.
Wow.
Existing in
Looks
the
like
material
this.
plane. Exist in the material plane. Okay, so wow. I look at Bug. And I'll squint my eyes like,
Yeah.
Bug.
Yeah, I knew. Yeah, you got me. It's kind of hard to hide this. Keep it quiet. I'm gonna tell the party, but we're gonna have to help these girls out.
Now, Bug, look, I agree. I will happily help out those who need help. Just don't let this bite us in the ass again, because I don't want to be a werewolf. I don't want to be.
Don't mind that. Can we go on?
Okay, Bug. What's the? I guess I'll just ask Bug. Like Bug, is there more to the story? Why would the werewolf? I'm so bad with that. I'm sorry. Why would what's her name be running? Why is the vampire chick accused?
Okay, well, I took a mission into the and that's where I met them. And during the mission, and of course I was gonna hunt them down, but I kind of got caught up and they kind of had me on the ropes. And I started talking, and they let them. They kind of share their feelings. I already knew that they was into one another. It stopped me though, but well, you see, it didn't really work out. But they're good girls, so I helped them out. And I assume I don't say the words, but you know I helped them out, and you know them too, so you know they're good.
Sure. Yeah.
Victoria she's powerful. She got magic all up in her. She's a vampire. Hey, she's strong too. Werewolf, princess, all that. That's how they just they didn't tell me all the little details, but I kind of really knew it was running away from something. I thought Victoria was a princess, but it's okay if Faye is too. You know how Victoria acts all classy. I really did thought Victoria was a princess.
Well, one of them was.
I
Okay.
was half right.
Okay. So you took. What's the wrong report? You took the bounty, but got your ass kicked.
It wasn't really a bounty. It was more like there was some mysterious happening.
Those girls are 150,000 gold. I don't know how many city guard could I don't know if we have enough folks in the city to stop someone that really wants that kind of thing. Of course, if no one finds out,
Look, I got somebody. I got someone in the city that they know, and they helping me out. Don't worry about that.
How quiet are you guys meeting with this discussion?
I also would like that question.
I would like it to be quiet. Bug asked me to keep it amongst ourselves. I mean, obviously you couldn't hide it from me, but
they went over to loot the bodies, so
now they're whispering furiously at each other.
And they haven't mentioned what city specifically. They've only said the city.
Yes. Yes.
I'm going to presume they're probably talking furiously in whispers as you guys kind of look over and you see them looting the body. Probably you see them looking over some stuff, but unless you would like to make a perception check.
Yeah, well, they got me curious because, what's going on over there? Not bad.
15.
I trust y'all guys.
You hear
y'all
few words.
Come over.
You hear a few words, Bjorn. You hear like princess, Faye, bounty, on the ropes. Bits and pieces. Definitely.
So enough to make me real interested.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna meander over there.
we tied this guy down, right?
You have him tied, yes. Yes.
Come on, group photo right here. It says, "Come over, come over." I talk about this.
Don't really like leaving the guy, even though he's tied up. But sure, I'll go over.
Papilli does not leave him.
Okay, Poppy's watching over him.
I am, in fact, standing right in front of him, staring him straight in the eyes.
Carlson's like gone. I'll say like you guys like over here. Little huddle. There you go.
All right. Long story short, these guys are basically bounty hunters. Get here from the Dark Isles or Coco.
Oh,
Get the Princess Faye and also get the kidnapper, Victoria.
Allegedly.
Yeah, because
Allegedly.
they definitely don't seem.
Kidnappers.
Or I guess I just I guess if we're bringing it up to speed, it's like these people are sent. They have an official bounty and decree to retrieve our two wards, and I don't know why
One's
exactly.
official, one not so official.
Yeah, one is definitely official. The other might be something fishy. Although I don't know why that would constitute the four of them to just butcher. What if this person? What if the person they killed knew something? Oh,
yeah, I was just gonna say, if they're on a bounty, like, why? What, did they get hungry or what? Like,
That's what I was thinking.
we need to search the body of the
Can
person
we
they
search-
eviscerated.
the remains?
Yeah, it's time for that.
You know what? Let me do it. I'm not particularly squeamish.
Oh, I'm not squeamish. It's just they're like over there and over there
I will
and
help
over
you.
there.
You gonna be okay
and
there,
over
Melody?
there.
All over the place.
Okay.
But Billy would like to try something after y'all get done with that.
I'm gonna give this to you guys. Because you guys are all on the right track and everything here. You kind of search around, and Bjorn, since you're the one kind of going like elbows deep into this, I presume.
I'm almost guaranteed that because Bjorn's like a hunter by nature, he's probably encountered people who've had encounters with wildlife that didn't come out ahead. So I figure this isn't his first time.
I would say you do find like a little bit of coin on her. You find like 5 silver, and then you
I'm not interested in the coin.
Okay, and you do find a slip of paper.
Okay.
I presume either yourself or Melody would read it, but you do find that as you look at the slip of paper, you do find both the name of Faye and Victoria, their descriptions, and you do see on the paper last seen headed towards Dodge City.
That's that's pretty significant.
Yep, that is definitely a thing.
This looks like
Yep, we
it
got
was
it.
indeed an informant.
I'm leaving the 5 silver on the corpse.
Take the silver. I'm broke right now. I need every little bit.
Well,
That's just wrong.
Okay, and as you're doing
Stealing.
that, Populi, what did you want to do?
So have we've only confirmed that he can speak Infernal so far, right?
Yes.
Can I holler, since Lutho did so well on his history check, can I ask him a thing about werewolves?
Sure.
And
far away.
I want to shout out over to him, and I still keep my eyes locked on him. Ask him, how much are werewolves still like their canine counterparts, as in like wolves and whatnot?
What?
Like, how are they? How much animal are they?
Oh. Well, I believe like lycanthropy is merely disease of sorts, although it is you could indeed pass it down generation to generation. But pretty much when they die, as you can see amongst the corpses, they go back to human. So magical in nature?
All right.
Not they're beast in as much as they will rip you to fuck. Oh, that's I shouldn't. I'm sorry, I didn't do that. They will rip you apart.
Papilli will raise up his arm that got clamped on just a few minutes ago, and he's like, "Yes, I know."
That's the rabbit right there. Man, he's good.
He's like I said, this entire time he's looking the werewolf dead in the eyes.
Yeah.
He's. I ask him a question in common because that's all I know. I ask him, "It's like, do you understand me? Can you speak my language?"
You understand the words that are coming? I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself. That's okay.
Yes, essentially, he's Papilli is going into dead set serious mode, like he's not in chill mode at the moment.
Okay. Roll me an insight, properly. You know what? I'm gonna say that was with advantage because, yeah, you're being serious. You're on this. You're like focused. I'm gonna give that to you. When you speak common, there is a look there that's you could see it in the eyes. It's not so much like you see in the eyes there's like a moment of understanding, and then it just kind of fades away into something that's a bit more feral.
But he's still his old little growling, evil,
Right.
foaming at the mouth thing.
Right.
But Play's going to press on just for a little bit more. He's pretty much saying I want to help you, but I need to understand who, what, and why you did what you did. I forgive you for making me a midnight snack, but you will answer my questions.
Make me. Are you trying to do persuasion or intimidate him?
Whatever he needs. I'm mostly persuading him at the moment.
Make me a persuasion at disadvantage. All right.
It's the same either way.
Careful.
I'm starting to wonder where the guards got to.
We'll get there. Don't worry about
All
that.
I need to do is just slap this guy. I can slap him awake. Just let me lose my athletics and slap him enough to wake him up.
Yeah, even as you talk properly, he doesn't say anything to you.
That's it. It's wolf dog time. Wolf dog, go.
Even as wolf dog time starts to proceed, you do hear the clattering of feet starting to make its way around the corner there. And as you look, you do see a number of individuals in uniform for the city kind of walk up to the alley and look at the devastation around them. Like, okay. Who wants to explain? You do see they all have a number of crossbows on them.
Yes, I will happily attempt to explain. That doesn't really help. I'm not sure how Watcher's Eye with this. We heard a noise as much as anyone did. As frontiersmen, we responded to cries of butchery as was experienced by this person specifically. We noticed that these three here were savaging some of our other friends. We had to subdue them, but however, we captured a fourth person here. They were all lycanthropes. for as soon as they were beaten or slain. Unfortunately, they reverted to humans. And I guess we're just, instead of just running off on business, we just waited here for the guard to reliably arrive. You are here. Apprehend this person, who is a bubbling mass of foam and not common.
As you're kind of talking, you do find you do find that as you're kind of talking, the leader of this group, who seems to be kind of taking charge, kind of looks over to one individual who's in a lighter garb, just kind of like nods to them, and you watch as they start to run into each body that you guys slain, and kind of takes like a silver holy symbol that you recognize as the symbol of the raven, and they kind of press against the body, and as they press against the body, you do hear a little bit of like a sizzle. He just kind of nods and just kind of runs to each one that's been slain, and he does go over to the remains. He obviously gets a little green, but he also presses against that whatever remains of that body as well, and notices there's no sizzle. It kind of draws back a little, just kind of walks over back to the captain. Their claims are true, Captain, but the last one over there, that one's human.
Yeah, we did not make it in time. One
do you know
one
who
poor
this
person
is?
did not survive the savagery of 4 beasts.
You can tell there's someone in authority. As to who there is specifically, no. You do see your friend Carlson kind of walk up with you guys at this point. He's just kind of nods like, your friend Carlson here kind of filled me in on what's been going on, that there was some sort of emergency. Thank you, Frontiersmen, for your job well done. I can imagine if these werewolves were not stopped, we'd have a lot more incidents than it were. Unfortunately, this is the only group we found around the city, and we're still looking to make sure we've taken care of the rest of them. But you've helped, it's nice, so we do appreciate that. As for that,
maybe if you can get this this angry guy here to talk, he can tell you if there's more.
something we've actually noticed, usually when we've had any sort of attacks like this, they've been rather chatty, but this is new. As he's kind of pointing to the werewolf, he watches the werewolf snarling, and there's that phone kind of coming out of his mouth. That's new. Our clergyman, he's a person of medicine and healing arts. Got motions to the guy that's walking around, putting the holy symbol on everybody. This is strange, in a sense that we haven't seen this before. This is not normal for them, which worries me. He says it's almost like they've been. How did you phrase it? And then the other man kind of speaks up this one. Yes, it's like they've been possessed with some sort of other affliction, or some sort of disease of a disease, as it were. It's very strange, and it's kind of put them on a rampage. So it's
like rabies.
No. So when someone is inflicted with that sort of disease, they don't have any sort of consciousness. They have no symptoms of that sort of affliction. This is, while similar, very different. They still have their persona. They still have their sort of personalities behind them, but they certainly do grow more violent. They do grow more akin to carnage and bloodshed.
You say they have savagery in a focused manner?
That would be probably the best way to explain it, yes.
Okay. Like a compellment of sort?
If I were to guess, perhaps yes, though I couldn't say for sure.
Hmm.
Oh.
So what's gonna happen to this werewolf?
Well, unfortunately, he has committed a crime, even under whatever is wrong with him. We'll
Yeah.
do our best to cure the affliction and perhaps bring him to a much more normal state. However, he will see consequences for actions, but not before we attempt as carefully as possible any sort of information he might have.
You said that
Okay.
there's been more groups like this.
We
Is this a new thing, or have you always been getting groups like this? from
no,
Dark
so
Isles?
every now and again we do have someone from the Darkened Isles come in. Usually it's one or two or a very small group. And no, they do find usually they are of a higher persuasion. No, some like royalty or no someone with an ego. To be honest. And they'll go ahead and feed on somebody, or they'll have an attack. So on and so forth. We're pretty much the only branch between the Darkened Isles and the frontier. Something small. Tonight, however, this has been strange. It's a much larger scale, and it was not only this group tonight, but we found two other groups as well in a similar case. Unfortunately, we've had to, I hate to phrase it this way, put them down, but it's strange because we've never seen something almost coordinated like this. It's almost like it's been a legitimate attack.
This could possibly be a distraction.
So that's also possible, but I mean, we haven't found any sort of other case in which they're going after something else. But again, we would have to investigate the matter. Luckily, it seems you've managed to capture one of them alive, in which case that does help us greatly. But again, it does come back to the fact that we will have to return them to a much more again, I hate to phrase it, docile state before we get time to get any information from them.
I can see that. Yeah. I would agree.
Yeah,
The foaming
rapid don't
and the
help.
incoherent babbles, I'm sure, don't help.
No, not at all.
Well, I guess there's not much more for us here. We should go back to bed.
We're just nosy people. That's the only reason we're really here.
Well, we
can
respond to the
stay,
call to action.
Yeah,
but
I
too late.
because we're
Yeah,
nosy.
make it time. So
do apologize. I'm sure you all were trying to rest. You all do put in hard work. Please, here, a token of my appreciation. He kind of hands out a bag. This should cover your costs for the night at your and you're staying at, and we do thank you for assisting the city.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, of course, no problem. Well, we'll take it from here if you don't mind, and hopefully, oh gosh.
And your ships.
Oh, their ships are going even till tonight. It's incredible. They work year round. It's pretty nuts.
That one sounds like a galleon class.
It's pretty. Oh yeah, there it is. That's a large airship. There it goes.
Or maybe it's one of those fancy new Spelljammer Astros.
What's Spelljammer? Anyways.
side check.
No. So they are very careful. Looks like they have like you know those like the vets or the rescues that have like the hoop, the pole on it.
Yeah.
They come up
Restraints.
and they come up and restrain the werewolf in a similar manner. One on each side. He struggles obviously, but I'll say for the sake of brevity, they do manage to hook him up, and they start to drag him off. Even though he's tied up, I presume you guys didn't tie his feet, right? Well, actually, he can't walk. Can't walk, can he?
He got an arrow through his leg.
Yeah. Well, he hobbles. He hobbles all along.
Took that arrow back.
They're expensive arrows.
They are expensive arrows. He hobbles back and is taken away from the guard. The guard kind of nods to all of you, and with that, it goes quiet into the night.
Well, shit.
Oh,
Sounds like there be what's the word for it?
Shenanigans?
Oh my god, strife amongst the Isles.
So, sorry, I muted myself because I was eating chips. So do we really want to go there?
Well, I don't know. At this
yes.
point. Oh well, Bug wants. You know, I'm very curious.
I have a thought real quick. Who was the last person who smacked the that werewolf before he ran up on the roof?
Not me.
I don't know.
Literally, all I did was carry him back here.
It was either Bug or my attack on all of them.
Yeah, I showed up and killed the one thing that was already in the back line, and then the other guy ran.
Yeah.
Which we
yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, two were down. This guy that guy decided to book it while the other guy ran in.
Because I just had the thought, and it's too late, and because the werewolf's already gone. DM,
Yes.
is there any significant pool of blood or source of blood that specifically came from him anywhere nearby?
Yes. There's one where he was sitting.
I would like to get as much of that as possible into one of my little vials.
I would say those a significant amount. So I would say like maybe get a fourth of it into a vial.
All right. And I'm going to store it away in my little pouch.
I like this rabbit.
Melody's gonna
Good
look at
job.
Bug. Yep. Melody's gonna look at Bug and just you see like she looks like super apologetic, and she's like, I can't message home from here. I can't warn them.
Did Bug get the sense that Faye and Victoria is in danger right now? Besides
I
the
would-
fact that
They
he's
know
trying to
she's
ask
in.
them.
They know she went to Dodge City.
Well, somebody
You don't
knows.
recall.
she went to Dodge
Somebody
City.
knows she went towards the direction of Dodge City.
You know this Bug.
So
Right.
yeah, I know, but
I will say you know this Bug. You see Lutho. I know that pain right now, dude. I feel you. You've seen what they could do. You've seen their abilities, and you do know they work well as a team. So take from that what you will.
I think Victoria and Faye are strong, They got it. They some strong women. I believe in them.
Yeah, but giving them a warning would help them even more.
They've not been found, but they are aware. Now, I guess my 2 cents, we could either head back to help, or we could maybe nip this at the source and continue to the Darken Isles.
Well,
And how you want to nip it in the source? I'm very interested.
There's obviously it's like I don't know much. I haven't been part of the whatever conflict is happening with this royal family. But if we resolve it for them, as your friend, that's something you want. As their friend, Bug, if that's something you want or would like to request from the frontiersmen, that is what we do.
well,
This
if
sounds
nothing
like a
else,
good
there's
idea.
Okay,
there's a bunch of people back home still. So
I will say this, and I'm gonna step out of my DM clouds here for a minute. So what would what Lutho says, and everybody says is true. There are additional frontiersmen. Oh, here we go. There's gonna be another airship. Okay, it's far enough away. To help, and funny enough, that is going to be our next campaign. I'm opening it up at the end of this month, and it's going to revolve around the 2 princesses.
Oh, cool.
neat.
So, I don't want to meta too much, but obviously that I know that's going to help your decision with this right now. So I am expressing that at this time.
Oh, there you go. We're taking a ship, guys. Going to the Darken House. I'll live adventure.
So why exactly were we going to the Darken Isles again?
I don't know. I just want to go.
The reason is because Bug was summoned. The player reason is Bug was summoned.
Oh yeah.
The character reason Lutho was just wanting to travel there because it is part of that's a lot of people. Lutho, I was interested in going just because it's kind of what we need to do is to semi-rally more nations to our cause.
Go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, as you recall, like we have our mission is to bring to light the events in a advantageous way.
But what we've learned now,
As a group, we decided Darken Isles to go first because we knew that if we went straight to
oh yeah, no, it's shaking off with sewers. I understand
we'd
that.
get in trouble or we'd get caught by the people following us. But now that we don't really
But
need to go to Darken Isles, unless Bug still wants to go.
well, if he's been summoned,
I was summoned.
You were summoned
I've
by
been
who?
summoned.
Yeah, that's as far as player knowledge, he was summoned. I don't recall if Bug actually.
There's no due date on that, by the way.
Yeah.
Just to clarify.
There is a due date on the arena that
there is.
True.
a certain bear man wants to be involved with.
Heck yeah! Actually, I want to do both the individuals
Yes,
and
go.
the group. If everybody,
Hey, don't get me wrong, I do too. That sounds a blast.
Well, that sounds great too. Let's do the tournament
So
arena.
we're saying reverse course and go to Tropical?
that's not really a reverse course. We can
Well,
hop on a ship. Like the plan was to hop on a
change
ship and go
course,
around.
Fine, change course.
Yeah, there we go. Well,
I was just wondering,
as long as we don't take more than like 3 days in the Darken Isles, then I think that's what we had in order to get to
Yes. Let's keep it a schedule.
Trapperton in time. Besides, we need to see it. And maybe I can actually fight a werewolf or a vampire.
Maybe you can fight a werewolf vampire.
Is that a thing?
No.
In Underworld, it is.
Oh, wow, that was a monstrosity of But yeah.
I didn't say it was a key thing. I just said there was a one instance where it does exist.
Fair enough.
Well, if we head to Trapperton, we can get a message home. Coded, obviously. I mean, we could send one from here, but it's probably not a great idea.
If only I had invented my messenger mushrooms.
Oh, if only.
I've been so cool.
Alex,
Huh?
So everybody is in agreement.
I
Everybody in agreement.
Papilli doesn't care where we go. I just follow the group.
Hey, as long as we get the Trapperton before the tournament.
Papilli's having a high moment. He's speculating whether he can pull a maneuver from a book he read called The Lion King, where a certain lion individual plops down and dust flies in the air and magically forms a picture.
Adorable.
Wow.
He's trying to figure out if he can do that with spores.
I'm pretty sure there's probably a cantrip that can manage it.
Oh, y'all talking about
You can
magic?
absolutely
I
put
got no magic.
vegetation, some spores to
I mean,
make sure.
you guys, I mean, there is a mail service here in Lumberton.
Yeah.
You could send a message.
The problem with that, though, is we don't know who's going to read it.
Okay, that's not wrong.
Because we could send it, but there's no guarantees it's going to get there. Because it's not like we aren't being chased. Maybe.
There's also the old adage of the enemy of my enemy is my friend. We don't know.
But of course, there's also the possibility that the enemy of my enemy is also my enemy.
Well, I'm just saying, if the people that confronted us whenever we were first leaving session 1 find out that information, maybe they might. It's like, hey,
That's a good point. Those that mercenary. I wonder if they may have. If they're already in town, they could quite possibly, double back and be like, "Oh, this is a bounty." They were not a pushover.
I would hate for us to come back and all of a sudden, like a combined might of that mercenary group and a werewolf vampire force attack the Frontiers headquarters.
Without notice. That's Melody's only thing. She's like, everyone's capable, but if they don't know that something's coming for them.
Yeah.
So
Bug
anyway,
whispers down.
we should probably continue this conversation in the morning, or while we're sailing, because
We don't know who's listening.
Let's
That's
think.
why I haven't said where.
yeah, and we need because we should all be looking to get a good rest. So that we're
I
all
definitely need a long rest.
Billy needs a bath.
Need more than a
and
bath.
some medicine.
Oh yeah.
So Billy's probably hurting.
How many hit points do you have right now?
Oh, after I was force fed like 3 or 4 health potions, I'm
Oh,
at
right,
26
right,
now.
Oh, okay. So you're not doing terrible.
Before that, if I recall, I was at 4.
Wow.
Yes, he.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
He was in a bad place.
No
Mhm.
kidding.
I wonder now at this point, as Melody, with your restrictions sometimes to certain beneficial magics, would you perhaps like to now wield the Staff of Healing? I don't know how much it would affect your healing out if you were like in your
No,
as
I
you,
feel-
whatever you've described as your angry form.
I don't know what you're talking about. No, I feel fine. I can heal. Everything's good.
Not when you're Okay.
Feel
I'm not using the staff of heal. I'm not using the staff of healing like at all in the last 3 sessions. You want it, or do you want me to just pass it off to someone else?
That's incorrect. 3 sessions ago, you healed me with a staff of healing.
This is true. No, you got me. You fucking got me.
The thing is, though, is it's not really that useful for you, though. That's the issue.
It does
Yeah,
make more sense for somebody who tries to hang back to use it than for you that should go more melee.
Yeah, front ladder is not useful for it.
I am now more Vanguard. I have better utility for the heal that I have, and no longer require the staff to necessarily switch over to bonk bonk heal. So, because
I say give it to the rabbit. He needs it.
Well, if the rabbit would learn to stay back, it might be useful.
I would at this point after this next session is like I feel like I should pass the staff to. I'm now feel more confident as a Vanguard instead of the like backline. Well, whatever I was.
Yeah, whoever, if Papali wants it or Melody will take it.
I'll hold on to it for now.
Okay.
I have no intention of using it, but I will hold on to it.
Melody, get it. Get it for the rabbit.
I don't know how to do that. Is there a party list in Roll20, or do I just remove it?
You just remove it, and then Populi or Melody, whoever's taking it, can add to their
Melody's
list.
taking it. Melody's not gonna fight Populi over it.
Copy and paste that stuff to me if you don't mind.
I do believe it is in the if you go to the eye, the eye thing, just type staff of healing, it's right there. It's got it in there, and you drag and drop.
Eye thing.
On the
I see.
I guess info, it says D&D 5th edition, got like items to search up staff of healing. Bada bing, bada boom.
Like where you switch from chat to
It's right there.
Yep.
Oh, I see it.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Of bonk healing.
The staff was incredibly useful in our climactic battle before, but I just haven't been able to use it. It's better for me to, at this point, I have transitioned into a stronger front line.
That's cool though, like good for your character. That's neat to see that you.
I'm very happy. I saw a meme the other day. It's like making fun of characters like, oh, they want to be Virgil from DMC. It's like monk warlock or fighter warlock. Done. I am that character. I'm very happy with what I've built.
You did a great job. I'm just gonna be. I got so much good stuff going on. I got no. Y'all can heal yourselves and other people. Only thing I can do is shove potions of healing people to the rabbit.
You are niche, and we enjoy you for that.
Man, your
niche is good. Niche is good.
Bait and switch has like paid off so well multiple times.
Yes.
So.
Yeah. Do not sell yourself short.
No.
You can sell your soul, but just not yourself.
Oh.
Yeah. Like you're the one that saved Populi.
Also true.
Look, I had them on the ropes. I just had them thinking that I was.
True.
Yep. You're right. You're right.
The blood was just a
decoy.
Yeah. It's just to get them to drop their guard.
Gotcha.
Alright, so
I will say, yes, you go ahead and head back to your to the tavern. You finally get a good night's rest. Manage to sleep off the aches and pains. Some of you still have a few scratches and bruises, but you know, you're travel worthy. You kind of sore, but no, you'll be okay.
If you're still scratched up, I have used none of my core healing.
I say scratched up, but no, they're fine. I tried to okay, so just a moment again out of my damn clouds. I find it dumb that you just wake up and everything's just healed from you. So
Yeah.
it makes more
This
sense.
is- it's like it's a video game style.
Look, I'll reveal my secret. Secretly, while everyone's asleep, I just go up there with like a little magic mushroom and just rub it over people's cuts and bruises.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Usually,
He jumps out underneath your bed.
usually what I'll say is like usually you still have like scrapes and bruises and maybe a black eye or two, but no, you're ready. You're ready to keep on going. You're ready to keep on traveling. That makes more sense to me
Yeah.
thematically. In either case, as you go ahead and wake up from your long rest, you go ahead and make your way down, and so the breakfast is relatively meat heavy. Lots of sausage, lots of
Nice.
steak. There's a breakfast steak there. Bacon, ham. There's some egg as well involved with that, with seasoned baked potatoes and vegetables. For some of you, there's also fried mushrooms as well added on to the breakfast. Yeah, it's a nice hearty meal, mostly made of meats.
Bjorn is okay with this.
Yes, indeed. This is what I need.
The breakfast comes with the the room. Bjorn, you get a regular sized plate like everybody else. If you want more food, you're gonna have to pay for it.
Well, I can manage.
Okay.
Bjorn's carrying like 10 days of rations on him, so
That is fair. Okay.
Billy will sneak some of his food onto Bjorn's plate.
perfectly alright with that.
Okay. So you managed to go ahead and get that all taken care of. As you kind of wake up for the day, I presume you head back to the boat. Is there anything else you guys want to do here before sailing off into your next part of your leg of the adventure here?
I don't feel like yeah, it's good.
No, I think I'm happy with what we've accomplished at this point.
I think Elodie does want to try and send a message.
Okay.
Can I say goodbye to the to the magic lady in the magic shop?
Sure.
Sure. I'm struggling to remember. Oh my god, my memory's so bad. What characters are still back at base? Who's there? Simon, Diametris. Who else is there?
Diamond, Diametris.
That's the two well-known ones.
Yeah,
The ones that have played the most, yeah.
Okay, I think I'll address it to Diamond.
Hey.
I'm not gonna put any names. And she's just gonna say, she's gonna write a letter and say, "Hey, Diamond, just a little note. Let you know we're still doing fine. But it seems there might be a storm headed your way from the Darkened Isles. Let everyone know. See you soon. Bye."
All right.
See you soon. It's probably going to be several months before we see them again, but
Well,
We'll see.
I'm just gonna hope that message will.
Brave words.
She didn't really want to say dark enough. Other way to. I don't know how else to.
well, because they didn't really know where we were going.
They didn't know where we were going, and by saying in the letter, like, let everyone know, then she should be showing Faye and Victoria, and they are 100% going to understand what that means.
Yeah.
Right. And at the bottom, just say Bug says careful.
Bug's off trying to go say goodbye to
That's-
the magic shop person. So
Yeah.
Also true.
Yeah,
Well, I do that.
actually, instead of, and she'll just be like, for the sign off, instead of the okay, bye, like, she'll just say, take care. Just signed M. M, not Melody, just M. With a music note.
All right. Easy enough. Know about that. Okay. All right. Wonderful. Okay, so as you send off that message, you all kind of get to the harbor, and as you do, there is a individual with the newspaper kind of as you kind of approach the harbor, take a look. It's like, come and get it. News coming from Cantina City. Train robbed with precious jewel. Information of the darkened eye. Information. And witnesses states were from a local gang. People unknown said to have stole a precious jewel. Also, current events in Beggar's Quarter. Gang rivalries, gang violence in the city. And that's all you hear before kind of walking past.
oh, if only Bjorn actually had any interest in reading. I would totally have bought one. Wrong character though.
Big sad.
Is it? You said it's a newspaper, or
It's a newspaper.
how much?
It is 5 copper.
5 copper. I'll give him a whole silver piece.
Like, thank you, good sir. Enjoy the news. And he'll hand you off a newspaper. Hey, you have something to read now when you board the boat. Hey.
Yay.
I'm just looking for the cartoons.
Oh. I would think that's something Bjorn would do, but all right, fair enough.
Where do you think he
Fair
gets it
enough.
from?
Also fair.
No.
Okay, so let's see.
Wait, are we going to Darken Isle still, or are we going to Trapperton?
Where are you guys going?
Nobody knows.
Oh,
Well,
So time wise, I think
no.
if we want to do both. So time wise, if Darken Isles takes longer than we anticipate, which it could, we'll miss the Trapper little side thing of the Trapper. And I too want to experience that. Darken Isles doesn't go anywhere. It would take longer than 3 days. It would take several days to get back to Dodge City just to basically, start from ground zero from our journey, just to check on our folks. Either they'll be okay or they won't.
Yeah.
We can go to Trapperton, finish that. That won't take that long. Then go to Darken Isles, and we'll even be perhaps a little more ready for the savagery that we might encounter, because they're someone is sending, hunters out, and they're just, as far as we're aware, they have no problem killing whoever they feel like.
Well, and the Darkened Isles was kind of just like a throwaway because we were being chased. Like we weren't. It wasn't. It was not anywhere. It was not part of the original plan at all.
It's interesting. I think eventually we need to, because we're trying to get nations aboard this thing. But because we're trying to broker nations. But
the thing is, though, is we found out we know who the important people are anyway.
Yeah, so we can go there later. They'll still be there, but as long as Bug doesn't mysteriously not survive the tournament, his invitation isn't going to go anywhere. So I say, so we can make a hard switch to Trapper, prepare ourselves for the event. That's my vote.
Yes.
Boy.
Interested in the tournament. Let's go.
Okay, so you all want to take probably more like a 3-week voyage overseas over to Trapperton. Am I understanding correctly?
We found out what
was the original plan.
Yeah, I feel like that's what we should do, because now we know more. They're right. Like the whole point is we now know more about Darken, which is that there's some turmoil going along. And while I am confident in all of our capabilities, I kind of wonder, should we not? Are we truly ready for
well,
what's
part of the problem too is we know too much about what's actually going on. So if somebody gets captured, it's just going to spell a lot of trouble for the others.
Hey. Bug is all go ho with going to Trapperton. Like they said, it's not a big deal for going to Dark Owls. I had to just go there eventually. It's no time limit. I don't believe.
We'll gladly take you there. But I kind of wonder if we want to be. If we gain more experience, dealing with whatever. If we come back with maybe a little more oomph in our step. If we're going to the Darkened Isle and visiting is one thing, but royalty sounds a little. Well, I don't know about you. I'm a little antsy about dealing with royals or whatever. But that's my 2 cents.
I'm gonna go off of this and say, if you got a gut feeling that we have to take a detour and come back, then we should just do that. Gut feelings they mean something. That's what saves lives.
Anyone else? I've voiced mine. Bug's okay with it.
Melody doesn't look super enthused to go to Trapperton, but she does understand it. We're not in dire need to go to Darkened Isles right now anymore, so it makes sense, especially since everyone wants to do the tournament. She's just on board with what everyone else wants to do.
These were also a real pain in my Okay. So, in that case,
so poor Alex had it all planned for us to go to Darkened Isles.
Don't worry. I'm just gonna push that all to the side now. Give me one moment.
Don't throw it in the garbage. We'll get there eventually.
No, I'm not worried. Don't worry. I had backup plans for the most part. This is just gonna be a much shorter session than planned. It's okay. Okay, hold on. I need 10 minutes, and then we can continue for a little bit longer.
Okay.
Also, Alex, we're probably not going to get there tonight anyway, but I sent you a DM. And there's stuff in my character sheet. You might want to look at.
Hey, all this time we was talking about going to dark hours, and now we got it.
Okay. All right. Duly noted.
Hilarious.
Duly noted. I'll keep note of that.
Yep. Bug, you're not the only one that can do a bait and switch.
Yeah.
Oh,
give me 10 minutes.
Oh, got me there, man. Ah.
Give me 10 minutes and then we'll continue. Right back.
All right.
Okay.
When your decisions as a party
It
derail the
happens.
DM.
He's gonna punish us. He's
It
gonna make
happens.
us
I mean,
sail the ship for 3 weeks now.
Hard
it's
switches
gonna be a
happen.
long ride.
No, I mean like in real life. Like the next 3 weeks, we're just gonna go. He's like, "You're still on
Said 3 weeks. You thought I was playing?
Like a literal 21 sessions of just being on the ship,
it." No.
taking it day by day.
Oh my.
Oh God.
You all have been mistaken as trespassers. You must work your passage off the entire time.
I have roll
You
constitution.
stowaways.
You're seasick.
He's sick.
Oh.
Oh man. Oh, I just wonder what we could have missed out on to Dark Hours right now.
Well, we'll miss out on something. But there is a this is a calculated.
You know what?
risk thing.
On the plus side, I think we
Exactly.
extended our lives a little bit longer.
Possibly.
Yes, you know. You're right. You're right about that.
Right.
Probably live a lot longer now.
Well, let's not get too hopeful now, should we?
It depends on how better Alex is.
Papilli may be high as a kite, but we're living in the world of realism. I don't roll very well, regardless of how good I am at something.
Yeah.
Oh, but
we're not
it's
going to
so
get
much
eaten
better with properly.
by werewolves
Yet.
yet.
If I may put like a silver lining to this decision of being changed.
Yeah.
The fact that we may or may not have given anybody that may have been listening any kind of info, they're going to want more info from us. So if they thought we were going to the Darkened Isles the whole time, then we switched direction all of a sudden. Thematically,
You wanted to slip.
yeah, we gave the mercenary group a slip, and then we gave, I guess, bounty hunters is what we've declared the werewolves. We've
Yeah.
given any, any of their people.
That's
Yeah.
probably why the best decision is to not stop at Dodge City. Let's go around. As much as
Not a whole continent.
Melody would want to stop there and like make sure everyone's okay, it's probably a better idea to just not go there if we're still being followed. Because going straight there will just lead whoever may or may not be following us. There.
Y'all gotta describe to me when y'all figure out y'all was being followed. I think I was out on that session.
Yeah, you didn't make it to that one.
When we were in Dodge
we-
City, a mercenary came and delivered a stern message to
Do what he says, or else.
do it. Like, not basically, we found out about the whole elf human thing. That was the wrong button. Well, he wanted to pay us to just not leave or do anything about it.
It wasn't offering a small amount of money either.
No, it was quite a bit of money.
He was representing the humans. That was important to note too.
He was a
Him-
very
I can't remember. I read it.
well-renowned mercenary. He was not someone to take lightly, and we found at least one other person with his that was associated, and we're not sure. They potentially shot one of the guards. Like I asked one of the fellow guards to make a distraction so that we could leave, and someone got shot.
But
Oh, here.
whether that's related or not, we don't really know.
We don't really know.
If Bug was really there, really there, I don't think we would have made it that session. I think
Oh,
I
here
think
it
I
is.
might got.
He was from the Human Federation. And basically they just wanted the information to stay secret.
Yeah. Instead of
And
doing what we're doing now, they want us to not to do what we're doing now,
but
which
they
we are now
offered-
doing what we're doing
talking-
now.
yeah, but they offered us
Talking
a
about
large-
that whole fucking human thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, instead of trying to make a coalition of like, hey, this is the thing, and pulling other nations to the cause of like, hey, it's not a bad thing that this could happen. They were like, no, you need to not you need to just forget about that.
And they were bribing us. They offered a large sum of
They didn't
money.
say to not do it.
Yeah.
They said to just not do it right now, which is
Well.
like, oh no, they were like,
we
we'll
have
pay you to
to.
not do it.
Yeah, and then when I
We have to share Jessica's story. We have to let Jessica's story be shared.
He was wanting to pay us to not do it for as long as possible.
that's what I meant. Once I called him out for it being a bribe, it was like,
Yeah.
oh, well, it's not a bribe. But yeah,
We're not telling you not to do it, but
yeah. And then
It's kind of if
and
I
then
was
when
there,
we
I
were-
would whoop his tail.
No,
When
you
we
wouldn't
were-
have.
when we were leaving, somebody saw there were some people in the same uniform, like in the bushes. And then when we got to the airship station, whatever, was it you, Luther, or was it Carlson that had seen that they were following us?
I saw that they were following us.
You did, yeah.
And that's when I asked a fellow City Watch to be
Yeah.
like, hey, that guy is, I don't like that guy. You need to detain him so we can leave because he's following him. That is when we heard a gunshot, and instead of backtracking the chick out,
We just left.
well,
We
we
just
didn't
left.
have time because our ship was leaving.
exactly.
So it was either we went or we missed our ship.
And those guys, someone had a way of measuring their degree, and they're not pushovers as far as mercenaries go.
Oh yeah.
They're high dollar for a reason.
Yeah.
They had to spend the money. They had to go spend that money to try to take.
And
on
when
the
we say
frontiers, man.
human coalition, like pretty much like the noble maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, it was
Pretty
like
much the nobles of the humans were like, hey, they don't want this, so they had the money to hire a very strong group to deliver a message and carry a lot of money, dude. A lot of money. They were really wanting to bribe us.
Yeah, well, they just didn't want the elves to know because, for years and years of them being at war, like, finally they had something up on them right now.
So we've got that on our tail.
Yeah. I mean, we don't know for sure we've been followed since then. We haven't actively looked to see if we're being followed.
We haven't found
noticed.
anyone.
So, yeah.
Now
Right, thanks
someone
for
probably
the-
knows we've become involved. We've hindered random werewolves from searching for a princess. Now that I am going to, I'm going to just flat out say that's probably just coincidence that it was us that stopped them.
Yeah.
But we're leaving a slight trail of.
Well, it kind of depends on who's like looking
Yeah.
and how in depth they're looking, because it's not like the guards even got our names. They did a really bad job, actually.
They
Yeah.
Probably me. It would have been my name.
What?
In some way, shape,
Well,
or
they,
form.
what?
Yeah.
actually Carlson. Is
Oh, yeah,
it's like
Carlson.
your good friend Carlson here was like telling us what was going on. So all our names may have already been given.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Carlson did not give your names.
Okay,
Okay, good.
but he gave his name, which could be enough to find us.
But I mean, like again, this is so obscure. Random frontiersmen, because we're not the only ones. Like we're not the only frontiersmen. Random frontiersmen, called they answered a call to action. So like, I don't see, with saving random. Well, we didn't save nothing. We stopped a horrendous crime from Indian. But, that shouldn't be any reason to like be suspicious that these are the people we specifically should be dealing with. No.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Bug be doing some solo missions and he be coming across some strange things.
It just depends on, if that one werewolf gets away or becomes lucid or whatever, because we were talking about Faye and Victoria in front of him, so he knows that we know them. But that's fine.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
It kind of depends on how if he gets like saved or what have you.
Okay. So we'll bring it back just for a little bit here, and then we're going to discuss some more. I kind of want to finish some stuff up here real quick, at least get us to Trapperton, and then we'll continue from there next session. So, as it were, having made your decision, you go ahead and book your next lengthy journey to Trapperton. Now, this is going to be relatively quick. I'm going to make this very easy because a voyage on long distances can be incredibly boring. So,
we were discussing that.
Like, that's going to make us do this for the next 3 weeks.
No. So we're going to do a little bit of rolling. We're going to do a little bit of like stuff here. And then I'm going to kind of expedite the process and get you over to Trapperton. But obviously things are going to happen. So first things first. Poppily, you got that newspaper, right?
Yeah.
Do you or does anybody else read the newspaper?
Of course. After my turn, of course.
We'll look.
After my turn. Or after my turn. That's not even a sentence. Once it's my turn.
Okay. So, I just need a general idea of who reads it, just to give the information.
Bjorn.
Melody probably would, just for...
Okay, so for those that read it, there's a little bit of information on there that's interesting. So, you do read that there was a train heist that said that the criminals that did do this heist stole a precious jewel that was very important to the Elven nation. That's the first thing. The second thing is that you do find that not long after that, there has been a report about a week or so after that of an incident that happened in Bigger's Quarter, and there seemed to have been some sort of strife or gang war going on with a I regret the name of this gang so much, but they were called the Red Herrings. I'll give you a moment and I'll wait.
I don't think we need to go ahead.
I feel like this is it seems fishy.
Let's get it out. Go on. I'll wait.
Actually,
Get my hook. Got it.
We're good? We're good? Okay. Alright. So, they seem to have been annihilated by a certain group, and it's kind of... What God?
Sorry, I won't do that again.
Rocks full, everybody died. No, God damn, I lost my train of thought there. Okay, so
they were taken out by another gang.
They were taken out seemingly by another gang. Also, one of the establishments there, named the Silver Tongue, also seemed to have some strange activity going on there. They presume it was from a Never Ever, but after the night that there was some strange activity, things have presumably gotten quiet, but it's been kind of strange, and authorities have been kind of looking into the matter. So for those who have kind of read the newspaper, that's kind of the information you've gleaned. It's kind of you look into some of the world events going on recently.
Okay.
These are the frontiers concerned.
On a piece of paper.
All right. That said, you start your travels over the next 3 weeks. I presume we all have a general idea of what we do over the 3 weeks. So I'm going to go down the list and kind of ask what you do, and there'll be a few things you all see. So does anybody want to volunteer before I start choosing people?
To what we're doing on the boat?
Yes. This will be for the first week. We'll go by week.
This is just a boat, like a travel boat, cruise boat.
It's
cargo boat.
more of a cruise boat because it's made to ferry a lot of people.
Gotcha.
I know what I'm gonna do.
Melody, you want to go first then?
Sure.
All right, hit me.
Since I spent all my money and I'm broke, I would like to busk on the ship or get hired by the ship to entertain.
Now, do you want to do that just for like all 3 weeks or just that week?
Probably all 3 weeks.
Okay, so let's do this. I'll have you work 5 days a week, for a few hours. So roll me. See here, how much you get paid here. There's gonna be a flat amount, and then there's gonna be tips as well. So I'm just kind of calculating that. Roll me 15 d8s, please.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So you get 50 gold as a flat rate for your entertainment. We're kind of doing your bard thing, and then you get 58 additional gold in tips from the crowd, kind of no tossing in a hat or what have you. But yeah, so total 108 gold from your entertainment over the 3 weeks.
Perfect. I mean, not perfect, but
It's better than what you started.
Better than nothing. Exactly.
You could have gotten like 120 maximum there. So
True.
Nice. Also pickpocket even. I'm kidding.
Okay. So Melody, that's easy enough. I'll just kind of out of the way there. Anyone volunteer next?
I got something.
Sure. What is it?
It's simple. Okay. Each week I try to catch a big fish for dinner on the cruise ship, and I'm gonna be practicing my thieves.
Okay.
Working with
Trying to be proficient in them.
Yes.
So for your fishing skill, let's just keep it to 1 each week. So make me 3 fishing checks, and let's see what happens. We'll do that first.
Okay. Like 3d20.
You have a bait and tackle, right?
Yes.
Okay. So roll me that. That should be I believe dexterity.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
nice.
All right.
Average.
So, we'll say over the 3 weeks. The first 2 weeks are pretty good for you. You're like reeling in the fish. You're able to help supply food for the cruise, as it were, and they do pay you for your services. The last week's a little iffy. You don't roll in quite as many, but kind of makes sense since you're not quite on the open sea. You're heading more towards like a land. So there's probably not as many fish biting in that way because there's more traffic and everything. But you catch quite a few. So what was the total? Roll me 353. Roll me 53 D4.
3D4.
Yes.
D4. All right, 53 D4 going right now.
So, of all of those, you make 125 gold from working as a fisherman for this.
Right. And there we go. I fishing, and then I look at my thieves tools, just play with that. I get good.
Okay. So you managed to go ahead and get that done. Something you also notice along the way as you're kind of fishing one of these days, as you look out towards the sea, you see at some point in the distance, almost like a landmass kind of slowly pop out of the water. It's there for a moment as you kind of cruise by it for a time. Then you watch as this landmass just slowly sinks back into the water. And I'll say that's during week 2 you find that.
Is that the catfish? That's the one? Is he the one?
No, it would definitely not be a catfish. Considering how far it is on the horizon and how large it looks, it almost looks like an island pops out of the ocean, stays there for a few minutes, and then sinks back down to the ocean.
Wonderful, wonderful.
But that is something you spot.
This is why we gotta be safe.
I think there was a type of turtle that does that.
Anyways, so let's see here. Okay, so as you go ahead and do that, who would like to go next?
Is there a spot or something where I could actually begin scholarly studies? More and more I notice that failing to have gained I'm not going to go into too much backstory. More and more I'm noticing my lack of what is going on or knowing more. Is there any way to just read more stuff, learn? I want to learn.
So you kind of want to learn more about the world.
Yeah, I want to study
Uh,
scholastically.
there is something of a library inside the boat.
I think I will spend my time there then.
Okay. And what exactly are you going to study?
I think I want to further. First thing is more on Woja, my patron dove. I think I want to learn more at least as I can, and then shift from that in Trapperton while we're here.
So you want to learn about your patron and then learn about Trapperton.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So I'm going to require 2 intelligence checks from you. So go ahead and roll the first one.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So, about your patron, I mean, they are a god. They definitely go ahead, and they do kind of focus on, more peaceful aspects. They're definitely one of the less combative of the patrons. You would learn that they're definitely they also they go ahead and are aligned with the divination. One thing you also learn is with your patrons specifically is actually they are largely praised by the elven nations as well, which is funny considering. Also one of the tribes is also well known or known to worship the god as well. I'm pulling up that information. Give me a second here. That would be fucking which tribe was it? Was is actually the mountain goat tribe that worships them specifically. The mountain goat tribe worships the dove and the roadrunner.
Right.
You'll also learn that while the dove is a peaceful entity, they are flexible in the way of how they mean by peace. I mean, peace can be brought by bringing down an enemy in a sense. You bring peace to a village from a tyrannical ruler. You bring peace to a nation by a corrupt king. So peace isn't just being passive, non-competitive or passive. It's also understanding that peace can be brought through other means.
Okay. So if the call arises, it is not just to sit back and do nothing. That would be kind of the opposite of peace. That would be enabling
chaos and
chaos. Yeah, it is better to be the one that comes forth to be the change, be the one that brings peace, even if it must be through coercive modes.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's actually that's actually really cool to know.
So I would say that's what you learn with the 2. I'll see if there was a bit more, but you do learn some things.
More than I actually before. Okay.
Then you want to learn about Trapperton.
I do. I'll spend, I guess, at least 2 weeks on that one because that is where we're going.
Okay. Roll me another intelligence check, please.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, that's much better.
Much better.
So what you know about Trapperton specifically? You know it's kind of the quote unquote main city for hybrids. It's where they usually go in terms of, kind of when they're raised and everything. It's kind of almost like a main hub, kind of a main place they are considered to congregate, as it were. Why this is, it's not specifically sure, but it is believed that's because the god, it's Magpie specifically, which is one of the main gods that the hybrids are known to worship. They kind of, it said that the Magpie tends to settle in the west, so they think it's kind of almost like a religious or sort of a how do I put it, almost like an instinct that they would kind of settle in the west part of the frontier. That's what's believed, but no one can say for sure, because obviously there's no hybrids everywhere. Nonetheless, you do know that obviously the next highest race is humans. After that, it is Genasi, actually, and then the lowest is obviously elves. Elves do not. Very rarely will you find an elf roaming in Trapperton or the nearby cities, for obvious reasons. Either because elves fucking hate the hybrids as much as the humans, or because they just prefer not to be there. You do know that there are a few families that not so much rule, but they almost have like a council that they kind of use to govern Trapperton. It's like 4 mayors kind of ruling one place.
Okay. That's good to know.
You're unable to really find the names of the families, but you do pick up that information, or retain it, rather, I should say.
Gotcha.
You do find some things that can be done in Trapperton. One is that there are various contests that happen in Trapperton. The hybrids are known to like kind of like games and activities and stuff on the sort. One of the bigger things is the Coliseum matches, which you obviously know of. There are races that happen on a weekly basis. There are sporting events that happen. There's very rarely any sort of gambling or other sort of things that happen at that time, or happen in the town or surrounding areas, which is funny because Baker's Quarter and Cantina City is closer to it. Those seems to be like the exception. But otherwise, no gambling and the like is very rarely seen in Trapperton.
So it sounds like they encourage a lot of just entertainment, like not self-entertainment, but like entertainment that involves participation of the citizens.
Yes, that's correct.
That makes sense for hybrids. That I can see that.
It's Vegas, baby.
No, Vegas is
Not quite.
Cantina City. Cantina City is Vegas. Vegas Quarter is like downtown Las Vegas. But yeah, I would say that's probably what we would find before the 2 weeks are over.
Good to know. They're ran by council. Probably more reasonable than monarchical family.
Maybe.
Cool. Maybe.
All right. All right, who's next? I think we have Populi and his boy next.
Oh,
Yeah.
my first boy.
I'm just trying to think. Like, I've been trying to think of what Bjorn would actually do. He'd probably bug the sailors, see if they needed somebody to do like heavy lifting or whatever.
So do some work around the ship then.
Yeah. But like, he wouldn't obviously do that the entire time. He'd like wander around, and because he's probably he suspects there's going to be more people going to the tournament on the ship. So he wants to try to see if he can scope out any competition.
Okay. Yeah. So first things first, I'm gonna have you roll me know what you get for wages.
Okay.
Actually, no, since it's nothing really do that you get tips for. I mean, I guess you would get a bonus.
Well, all he wants to do is basically like do exercise. So it's like, lift this barrel and bring it over there. It's like, yeah, woo!
Okay. Yeah, let's
Bjorn
just.
grabs
He doesn't care about money. He just cares about not being bored.
Okay. I'll just say you make a flat 100 gold for your work on the ship.
All right.
Kind of doing things. As for someone like the rumors, scoping out everything, few things you learn. You do see various possible participants. You do see those that stand out to you, rather. You do see a group of what seems to be mercenaries. They kind of look like your group. They also look a little rough and tumble, a little out of place, as it were. It is, and they actually are a group of elves. Funny enough, that's the one. That's the one that really stands out to you. The other one is you do see a smaller group, a group of 3. One of them seems to be a smaller individual. You're not quite sure what they look like because they are always under like a cloak and hood and covered up. But they are always with 2 larger individuals. Very muscular, probably as big as you are. Probably human. You can't really tell because they are always wearing helmets that cover their faces. But you see a lot of battle scars across them. That is another group you notice that could potentially be part of the Colosseum games. You do see various warriors speckled here and there. Probably they are for the individual matches. Mostly normal warriors, nothing that really stands out. There is one individual that stands out, however, to you, an older man. You don't see him carrying any weapons, but his garb is relatively simple. It almost looks like and he's actually much older than you would expect. He's probably in his late 60s, early 70s. But despite, and you being a warrior, you would notice this. Despite that, he carries himself very proudly, very strongly. Even though he's older, it does not let him stop him. I'll also note that you probably picked up 2 rumors as well because you're hanging out with sailors. 2 rumors specifically you picked up. The first one is you hear the rumor of the floating island that people have seen kind of on the voyage kind of taking place. In the recent months, there's been a island that's been appearing from the ocean, and people have kind of been bringing it up as like a bit of a mystery. They don't know what it is. They have a few guesses. It could be like a magical island, a wizard's tower. Some say it's a monster, whatever it may be. But it's something that's been popping up recently that's been piquing the interest of others. Another one, and one that's possibly a bit more exciting to Bjorn but doesn't take place, is the tale of a large sea serpent that's said to start to roam the waters in the area as well.
Definitely much more interesting to Bjorn. The island's kind of a neat too, though.
So those are two rumors you've kind of picked up.
All right. Sea serpent might actually be too much for Bjorn at this point, though. Hard to say. But there's a lot of strong guys on this boat. People to fend it off.
Okay. And I think that sums up everything for you. What about you, Popoli?
Oh, Popoli is. What does he want to do? Just survived getting attacked by wolves, werewolves. Seems like a perfectly good time for the first 2 weeks. He is going to go learn how to cook in the thing.
Okay.
You could always have just gotten Bjorn to help you out with that.
Oh, the cooking part?
Yeah, Bjorn's proficient in cooking tools.
Yeah.
There you go. What can I say? That you've been Bjorn's been kind of teaching you how to use the tools and everything, and perhaps you could be working in the kitchen to go ahead and put those skills you're learning to application. Would I assume correctly, or would you go a different route?
That sounds about right. Papilli's probably just harassing Bjorn, asking him questions while he's lifting the many barrels and doing the work.
Okay. So since you've kind of worked in the kitchen and everything, you do obviously get paid for that as well. Roll me. You wouldn't actually do that. Probably don't do that much. Let's do 20d4 for me, please.
All right. Because like I said, it's for the first
2 weeks. Yeah.
You said 20 d4?
Yeah. That's a lot. Okay, yeah.
And 23. I couldn't remember the thing.
Well, I actually rolled really well. So 23.
23 and 29, so it's 52.
Okay, so you get 52 gold out of the whole thing, and 20 extra gold on top of that.
72 total.
And then I would say, because cooking utensils isn't too difficult within 2 weeks.
There's a kitchen there, I would imagine.
I will say by the end of the 2 weeks, you will be proficient in cooking tools.
Awesome. Because I have cooking utensils on me, I just never learned how to use them.
I've gotten quite good at learning. I
That,
receive compliments nonstop at work.
that and you're a fast learner. Besides being high all the time, probably you're actually pretty smart.
If I did things not high on mushrooms, I'd probably be a lot better.
Probably learn how to make fried chicken of the woods.
Maybe.
I want to try that. I legit would like to try that one day.
It's not too bad.
It's a mushroom that tastes like chicken. I hope not.
I mean, you can do that with tofu, so might as well. I don't see what you can do with the mushroom. Maybe. Anyways, and what did you do last week
Indeed.
properly?
I'm going to lock myself away in my little room,
Okay.
and I am going to start working with some of the bones that I got from our last little voyage when we killed the skeletons.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to use my little engraver's kit and try to make like a little, well, how do I put this? I want to make bone charms, but I also want to integrate them into the skull.
Hmm. Okay.
Like I have 100 pounds of them, so however many.
I mean, doesn't take too much. The skull always has so much room. Okay, we'll just say, as you kind of go over the 2 weeks, you're kind of able to implement these bones into the skull a bit. I'll say there's still some work to do because you're kind of trying to fuse bone with bone. It's a little difficult, but you do kind of start to get the idea of how to get it all together. But it's still gonna need some work.
Because my ultimate goal, I don't know what I'm going to do yet. It's either going to get turned into a staff or I'm going to make it into a helmet.
Okay.
Not sure yet.
Right. All right. So, as you kind of finish that up, you all kind of finish up the rest of your duties. By the end of the trip, eventually you get to the pier of Trapperton. The boat kind of docks, and you're all let off the boat, and you enter the town of Trapperton and the city. So Trapperton is kind of built like upward, almost like it's on a hill. There's the outer edge of the city that's connected to the pier. It kind of leads into the city. There is a gate that kind of goes into the city where everybody's checked. Following that, there's the first level, which seems to be things like housing and know where people live. There's a few markets dotted around the place, but it's more like in a sense like it's a farmer's market where it's probably people that live there kind of selling on their own stalls. And then that's what you see, and then you do see there's 4 other levels associated with that as well. Generally, what you would know is that each level has its own sort of purpose. Again, the first level is where people live. Second level is commerce. Third level is entertainment, and fourth level is kind of where the upper echelon of society kind of lives. Yeah, as you kind of all enter the town, what are you all gonna do?
Oh, we need to sign up for the thing.
Yeah, well, we've got more time now than we had planned originally. So,
Well, it's time for me to go into the tavern and pack up some You know, set it up.
Alex, can you just repeat the layout, like the levels of town again?
Yes, 4 levels. First level is the where people live, kind of living quarters. Second level is commerce. Third level entertainment. Fourth level is kind of high society, upper echelon.
Okay.
You would know.
I'm actually from here. I didn't put that in there.
I would say
Fine,
you would know Melody.
I grew up here, yeah.
That if you were going to sign up for this, you have to head to the entertainment district.
That makes sense.
Okay, yeah, so I'll let everyone know. Yeah, we'll need to go to the entertainment district to sign up for this at the Coliseum. But there's
3. All right, there's 4 spur levels. First one living, second one entertainment, third one commerce, and last one is royalty or something.
no, here I'll write it for you. The city kind of forms
there we
like
go.
that. It's like, is it just like
And
all leveled, but like in like 4 districts, or is it actually like a kind of a hill structure where there's actually a height difference?
It's kind of a hill structure, like there's a high difference.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
all right, let's go to the third height.
You all kind of make your way through. They're relatively lax at the gates, funny enough. So you don't have too much trouble kind of finding your way through. And as you make your way to the third level, it's not too hard to find. You just look for the giant crowd looking to sign up for the games. As you kind of approach the counter, you go ahead and sign yourselves up. Who's taking the lead on signing everybody up?
Oh, I vote. I'm gonna be doing that.
Okay, fair enough. That makes sense.
Can I just?
Well, I'm also the one with the invitation, so.
No, I'm not contesting that. I was just gonna say, just before we headed into the entertainment district, Melody's just gonna like put her hood up and just keep walking with you like normal.
Okay.
Okay.
As you go ahead and do that, and you keep your hood up on the crowd and everything.
Yeah. She's not like actively trying to hide. It's just trying to be less noticeable.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Um.
Don't worry about it, Bug. It's fine.
Is that noticeably in a way of like, oh, she's trying to like not be noticed? Or would that be a sense of is Melody trying to be a caution?
Insight check. I'm playing.
Don't know, do you? Yeah, do an insight check.
Let's do an insight check. Yeah.
Oh,
No, it's.
I mean,
I don't see a thing.
I mean, she doesn't do it like, very obviously, like, oh my god.
No, but if you're doing that,
I was gonna say your role probably would be, like she hasn't put her hook up anywhere else, right? Like,
right. Well, if you're doing that, that means you're cautious. And I would, I want to stand closer to Melody than the other party, the other members would. I would reposition. I want to, if that's enough to notice that she doesn't want to be, seen very well, I want to, if as far as party order goes, I want to move a bit closer to Melody.
Okay. As you go ahead and walk on through, you go and make your way through and kind of are doing things, make your way into a crowd. As you kind of walk close to Melody, as the crowd of people are kind of pushing you through and everything. Okay, yeah. Lutho and Melody, go ahead and roll me a dex saving throw.
Okay. What?
That's wrong. Add 3 to that.
Thanks.
Oh yeah, don't roll dex. Save.
As you're kind of bumbling through, Melody and Lutho, you both are fine, but as you kind of walk, you watch as a figure kind of having their head turned, kind of bumps into you and kind of loses his footing and drops to the floor.
Oh.
Okay.
Kind of face first.
The bear.
I will put my back to Melody and scooch her backwards, and I guess get the attention of the party.
He fell on the floor. He's not like like dangerous or anything. He's not like attacking you.
I'm not worried about that, but I don't. You don't let the person doing my job do the checking for that kind of.
Oh, and Melody's like, oh. Did they?
We need you.
Sorry,
Fuck.
I don't know if it's a man or a woman. They bumped into us basically and then fell.
Yes.
Okay.
Man fell, rabbit. We need help.
You don't see this yet. This is just Lutho and Melody.
He's not dead. He just bumped into us and fell. Melody be like, oh, sorry. Are you okay?
You just kind of looks like, yeah, I think I'm fine. And as you kind of turn around, or turns around and kind of steps up, do you put a hand out or anything to help him up?
I will.
We would, unless
I will.
Lutho moves me out of the way.
Yeah, Lutho.
For the most part, again, I don't know. I don't. If I'm too meta, if Melody's cautious about something, I just want to be in her way. I just want to be in the way, so I will help the guy up.
Okay. Yeah, I just kind of helped the guy up. I was like, oh yeah, I'm okay. And he's like, wait a second. And the figure, who is a fox hybrid, short red hair, kind of looks over your shoulder, Lutho, towards your cloaked friend, Melody. And
You do a good job.
And as you both look at each other, Melody, you see standing in front of you your brother.
My brother.
As we'll end our session there for today.
Yes, a brother. Got a brother.
You're here. Your family.
My family.
Hoorah.
Nice.
Cool.
Brother
I
cannot.
like it.
Brother just falls everywhere he goes. He just falls everywhere.
He's a little clumsy. He's good-hearted though.
Yes, actually.
Damn it, I was gonna poke him in the head.
Poke him in
It's a
the head.
good thing he chose you is your brother, because you never know. Bugging it properly, we might flip.
Well, actually, technically,
who
at this
knows?
moment, you don't know he's my brother. You just
Yeah.
know that he's
Victor,
me by name.
and he's a fox. His name is Victor, and he's a fox.
Yeah.
Sorry, I put you. I'll put you on the spot there slightly there, Melody. But yeah, I figured this would be a good in.
No, that's good. That's probably the best way. Nice. Okay. Well, I guess.
All right, Entertainment Center.
Time. Dun, dun, dun.
On Dragon Ball Z.
I have the Dragon Ball Z song stuck in my head.
Hey, Dragon Ball Super, that shit goes hard now.
That's no, you're not wrong. You are not wrong.
Love the tournament. Tournament arc was so good.
Man, that means he already saw me. I wasn't hiding from anyone.
Nope, you didn't say you were trying to hide. So
No, I wasn't. I was just not actively hiding. Just to be as noticeable because
My mind.
here, and we're going to the entertainment district where I was very frequent in.
it's been
You know.
For some reason, I see the dude is like, "Hey guys, Melody's back."
Oh no!
Everybody hears her. Everybody's out shouting. Here cheering.
We'll see. We'll see what happens next time. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
Yep.
But yeah, we'll go ahead and end our session there for today. Again, a little bit of a shorter session. We are missing someone, but I think we got enough done to kind of get the next chapter of this little venture going.
Yeah.
Carson's gonna be like, "What happened? What happened? I thought we was going to Dark Isles. What happened?"
Oh, he's gonna be so confused.
You know what? I think he'll be happy he didn't miss anything in Dark Knight. So.
Yeah, that does sound like quite a grand one.
Yeah.
But you know, we're here in Trapper, and we're gonna meet Melody's brother. I'm excited.
Yeah.
We'll discuss some things further about that, Melody. So just kind of like fill in the blanks, like obviously other relatives and stuff like that. Who lives in the city? Who do you know? Just so on and so forth. But yeah, we'll work on that.
Good session. Good job. We threw a curl ball the size of Texas at you, but it's all right.
It's okay. I'm like, okay, all right. I had plans. I'm just gonna move everything forward. It's fine. I got this. Give me 10 minutes. I need to stop having a nervous breakdown.
Aw.
No, it's fine. Like I said, I need 10 minutes just to kind of do some things, do some DM things real quick, and also get a bite to eat. But yeah.
We're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not demanding. We just seek entertainment.
Great. The werewolf part was great. I was like, "What we gonna do? This guy ain't talking. What we gonna do?" And then we just started finding answers. It was nice.
I was slightly hoping I got to actually intimidate him. I had such a groovy little line in my head.
Unfortunately,
I'm just kind of bummed out that my intimidation failed. First time I roll the skill and it's just like, aw.
Yeah, sorry, buddy.
That's all right.
But hey, you get to have a bunch of fighting in the next few sessions.
Oh yeah. I'm actually looking forward to test my metal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be fun actually.
And we'll get to the specifics about the games. It's gonna take place over probably about 2 weeks in game time. But there's gonna be like solos. There's gonna be like a team fights, and there's probably gonna be like duos as well. So you'll be able to earn prizes and everything.
We have to make plans. We have to make little groups to find out who we want to team up with.
Yeah, you may actually all just find. You may just find each other. No, fighting each other.
Wait, fighting each other?
Yeah, if there's multiple people to go solos.
Oh man, that's true.
Oh, this sounds like fun.
Fine.
Bjorn's like, yeah.
So, Yeah, I have a whole thing planned. That again I have to kind of push up, but yeah, it's gonna be exciting.
Really might be best if he just holds a banner in the stands that just he switches out a couple letters. It's like go Melody, go Bjorn, go Bug.
We'll have a chant called "Bug Go Down, Bug Crush, Bug Go," yeah, something like that.
Ah, my goodness.
Bug with the fangs.
Kick him in the balls.
Bug is going wild again. Got for the bear.
I'm looking forward to Bug versus Bjorn.
Yeah,
That'll be an interesting one.
almost any of my compatriots like, oh, this would be exciting. I don't know if I'm excited to fight the bear in solos. It's like,
I'd do it. Yeah, heartbeat. Yo,
it'll
not to be fair though.
Might not even happen, but we'll see.
Might not happen.
Well, it's entirely possible we get knocked out beforehand.
I am sorry, but y'all might not like my strat to fight everybody. I move fast and have range. It's gonna be not honorable, or maybe it will be. I don't know.
But
I have my hunter trap.
maybe this might be the
Yeah,
one
they're
time
from
Papilli
other
actually
tracks.
rolls good for things. Papilli enters just like, oh my god, what's that bunny gonna do? And actually just rolls very well for everything.
Always a first.
Not
Always
likely.
a second.
Ooh,
What did I say earlier? I like the gumption, I like the enthusiasm, but I know what Papilli is. Papilli's gonna walk in there, someone's gonna bonk him on the head, and
Oh, like a light.
he's gonna just assume the Yamcha pose
Then
from all the
Bug.
memes.
Hey, we'll never know.
I'm so
Oh,
excited.
We won't know until it happens.
Yeah.
Is that true?
God. Yeah. And then some of those people you saw on the ship, they're gonna definitely be there. I'm so excited.
Yeah, we probably should have like spied on people
Paying
on the
attention.
ship.
Well, that's what I was doing. Like, I'm like, hey,
Yeah.
who's potential competition?
You were able to find them. You weren't able to really converse with them or anything, but you found some of the competition, what to expect. You found like the all-rounder group. You found an interesting group of 3, and then the rather intimidating older gentleman.
Guys can whoop your ass.
Maybe.
Did I notice anybody in the kitchen that might be fight worthy?
No.
I just imagine a dude shows up, fights Bjorn, he's just in a chef hat and an apron.
Anybody played Chrono Cross before?
Wait, what?
Has anybody played Chrono Cross before?
Oh, hell yeah!
Okay,
Not very much of it.
How is the remake? Like, is it buggy at all? Like,
pretty good.
have
Pretty good,
they-
actually.
Did they release any patches to like? I just heard it was low tier remake. Like,
I actually didn't have a problem with it.
you didn't notice really anything. Like, I'm not an extreme like, oh, it's the worst thing ever. I just want a good game.
I mean, when I was streaming, when I was trying to use the high definition graphics, it would kind of slow down a little bit. When I was streaming, and it's kind of weird that way when it processes this. So that was the only thing I really ran into every now and again. But otherwise, when I wasn't and I was just playing normally, I had no problems.
You didn't notice any frame loss or anything.
Nope.
I think the biggest thing, like towards like once you get like the mid to late game, you get the big animation stuff. Notice like, hey, I'm losing all the frames, and it's just playable. It's like,
Especially in the cinematics, I didn't see anything.
You didn't see anything? Okay. I might pick it up then.
To be fair, my computer is pretty beefy, so I mean.
Oh yeah. I'm not worried about can it do it, just if it can do it.
Yeah, no. I didn't run into any problems. I'm gonna start recording.
I got the beef.